Welcome to my channel. In this video, you will see 4 accidents that are recreated based on real events. Make yourself comfortable and let's get started. Chapter 1. The Final Sleep. The first accident of the day took place in downtown Charleston, South Carolina, and the road was busy as usual, especially in the afternoon, when cars were rushing in different directions. The sun was slowly hiding behind the clouds, and the traffic light at the intersection was organizing the flow of cars in the right rhythm. 3 one-way lanes provided traffic, but even a wide road could not save the city from the usual bustle. A silver Toyota Land Cruiser 200, massive and confident in appearance, was moving along one of the center lanes. The driver, 39-year-old Arthur, had his hands on the wheel, but his eyes were heavy. He had spent the night with friends, where alcohol flowed like a river. The morning hangover gave way to afternoon fatigue, which quickly turned into drowsiness. Despite the warnings of his friends, Arthur decided to drive, hoping that he could get home safely. The car moved unevenly, accelerating and then slowing down a bit, as if the driver was trying to stay focused. But after a few minutes, his eyes finally closed. At that moment, his foot involuntarily pressed the gas pedal all the way down. The Land Cruiser accelerated rapidly, like a giant out-of-control missile. A Mercedes CLK was standing at the intersection. Nothing seemed to bode ill for him until a silver Land Cruiser, speeding at breakneck speed, hit him with such force that the sound of the impact could be heard for several blocks. After the first impact, the Toyota was thrown into the left lane, where there was only one car, Hyundai Genesis. The impact was almost the same force. The Land Cruiser crashed into the rear of the Hyundai, lifting its front wheels off the ground. Rescuers and an ambulance arrived in minutes. The drivers of the Mercedes and Hyundai were injured, but were conscious and able to describe what had happened. They were immediately taken to the hospital. Unfortunately, the Toyota driver did not survive. His body, in a relaxed state, as often happens with people who fall asleep at the wheel, could not withstand the power of the impacts. The huge car became his trap. The police, inspecting the scene, noted that the intersection was covered with fragments of metal, glass, and the remains of damaged cars. Arthur, who never woke up from his last dream, left behind only chaos. Chapter 2. The Maneuver That Ruined. The second accident of the day took place in Springfield, Illinois. On that sunny day, when the city was going about its normal business, traffic in the center was dense but steady. Drivers were following the rules, and nothing seemed to portend trouble. An old white Ford Fiesta, driven by 50-year-old George, was in the center lane, driving at a moderate speed. The cars around him were moving at a normal pace. George was an experienced driver who always kept his eyes on the road. Everything seemed calm until an orange Volkswagen Golf, driven by 23-year-old Emma, started moving strangely in the next lane to the right, slowing down and then accelerating sharply. Emma, who had only recently gotten her driver's license, looked unsure of herself behind the wheel. She tried to adapt to the intense city traffic, but she lacked experience. At one point, she became distracted and jerked the steering wheel to the left in an attempt to change lanes. This maneuver was fatal. Golf crashed with all its might into the right side of a Ford Fiesta that was moving in the next lane. The impact was so strong that George lost control of the car. The Fiesta was thrown sharply to the left, directly into the oncoming lane. A black Lexus GX, driven by 42-year-old businessman Adam, was moving in the oncoming lane. He saw the Ford swiftly swerve into his lane, but there was no way to avoid the collision. The frontal impact was terrible. The Fiesta jumped up from the impact, and the Lexus stopped abruptly, leaving tire marks on the asphalt. Witnesses immediately called rescuers and an ambulance. George was unconscious, but they managed to pull him out of the car. Adam, although he was hit, was able to get out of his Lexus on his own. But Emma, seeing the consequences of her maneuver, fled the scene in a panic. She left her car in a nearby parking lot and walked home, trying to avoid responsibility. Rescuers arrived on time, and doctors did everything they could to stabilize George and Adam. They were taken to the hospital, where their lives were saved. Police investigating the accident quickly determined that the Volkswagen Golf was the vehicle that caused the incident. A few hours later, Emma was found. She was charged with attempting to flee the scene and creating a dangerous situation on the road. Chapter 3: The Mistake That Sealed Fate. The third story for today took place in the suburbs of Denver, Colorado. A white Toyota Hilux, driven by 32-year-old Michael Grace, was traveling at a steady speed. Michael was in a hurry to get his errands done and get home. As he approached a major intersection, the traffic light turned green. Without slowing down, Michael entered the intersection, confident that his route was clear. But what happened next was unexpected. A red Hyundai Accent appeared to the left of the Toyota. Its driver, 28-year-old Tom, ignored the red light. His car was rushing straight into the intersection, and Michael, even when he saw the danger, could do nothing. The Toyota hit the Hyundai in the side at a speed that exceeded the speed limit. The force of the impact was so great that the Hyundai Accent was literally thrown across the intersection. The Toyota continued driving, ramming the Hyundai across the road. It seemed that both cars would stop, but at the end of the intersection, a concrete pillar was waiting for the Hyundai. The Toyota, on its trajectory, pushed the Hyundai into the pole. The impact was fatal. The front end of the Hyundai was deformed so badly that the driver's cabin was trapped in a death trap. Michael, the driver of the Toyota, felt his body thrown forward by the impact, but his seatbelt and airbags saved his life. The ambulance and rescuers arrived in a few minutes. Michael was in shock, but they managed to quickly pull him out of the mangled car. The medics gave him first aid and took him to the hospital with injuries that were not life-threatening. Unfortunately, the pole hit was fatal for the Hyundai driver. Rescuers made every effort to pull him out of the car, but it was too late. Chapter 4: Fatal Route. Tragedy on the Highway. The fourth story for today took place on a highway near the town of Greenfield, Indiana, and the road was quite busy. A huge truck was traveling in the far right lane at a steady speed. Its driver, 45-year-old Frank Wilson, was keeping his eyes on the road. Driving a truck was his daily job, and he knew how important it was to control such a huge machine. But that night, things didn't go according to plan. Suddenly, there was a loud bang. The front tire of the truck burst right on the highway. The car began to sway uncontrollably, and the steering wheel in Frank's hands felt like it was unsteady. He tried to steady the truck, but it was too late. The truck veered to the left. A white Mercedes-Benz CLS was driving in the next lane. The truck hit the side of his car. The impact was severe, but the bulk of it fell on the back seat, on the side, which gave the driver a chance to react quickly and try to escape. However, a tragic fate awaited the driver of the Hyundai taxi, which was moving in the far left lane. The impact threw the Mercedes onto the taxi, and the truck, without losing speed, also hit the Hyundai, pinning it between itself and the road barrier. All these events unfolded in seconds, but the consequences were fatal. The Hyundai was badly crumpled. The taxi driver, 38-year-old Thomas Rogers, had no chance of survival. The impact was so strong that the cab crumpled instantly. Meanwhile, the driver of the Mercedes miraculously managed to swerve and avoid more serious damage. Frank, the truck driver, suffered a terrible shock, but only a few bruises and scratches. He sat in the cab, unable to believe what had happened. Eyewitnesses who witnessed the tragedy rushed to his aid, but it was too late for the taxi driver. That's all for today. I hope you had fun watching these reconstructed moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. And we'll see you in the next videos. See you soon.